And hype lettings, we ensure we keep rent arrears to a minimum. In fact, our rent arrears are negligible. When we speak to other landlords and they tell us about the rent arrears, and often when they bring properties over to us and we get all the information and we see the rent arrears, we are staggered we just can't believe our eyes, because we simply would not allow for rent arrears to spiral out of control. We jump onto it straight away. The systems that we use, again, they cost a lot of money, but this is what we know is very important to help us as the agent and then help the landlords to not have excessive rent arrears. So these systems that we have in place will make sure that we jump onto rent arrears straight away. We don't wait until a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks goes by, or even months. If the rent was due yesterday, we're already on it. We don't wait any longer. For us, it's important to assess, why is the tenant in rent arrears? Is it just a case of this is a one-off, or is this a case of the tenant has lost their job or a relationship is broken down? There are so many different reasons why people will fall into rent arrears, but for us, the communication is key. We make sure that we can get in touch with the tenant, see what can we put in place to get that rent paid up. Is it a case of the tenant actually can't afford the room anymore? Then we'll suggest a cheaper room, because we make it very clear that if there's no rent coming in, the landlord won't afford to keep the house going. So that is simply not an option. If it's a case we see the tenant just can't pay the rent, then we go to the guarantors, and we have different ways. The people that work for us to ensure that the rent arrears are kept down know what they're doing. They don't take it lightly, and they don't really take no for an answer. But hype lettings, that is something that we are very much on top of, and make sure that the landlords get their rent. Because again, if the landlords don't get their money, we don't get our money. So it's a lose-lose, and we can't afford that.